Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Lady Wolf Pack on a whole nother level. Savage as they come, gang of female rebels. Lady Wolf Pack, slay the game, never settle. Savage as they come, gang of female rebels. We got the sharpest claws, we got the whitest teeth. We coming for your lunch, yeah, we grinding while you sleep. You better stay inside, you and your gang of sheep. We got the coldest eyes, but we only bring the heat. Yeah, we go.
Hey y'all, I'm Cassidy, the favorite daughter, obviously.
And I'm Kim, her mom, her match, and the real reason she turned out halfway decent.
Welcome to Mom's Favorite, the podcast where we laugh, vent, and overshare like it's our full-time job.
Yeah. And we're coming straight to you from Austin, Texas, where the queso's hot, the opinions are hotter, and we don't sugarcoat a damn thing.
You know, just think of us as Thelma and Louise, but only they're related and they have a podcast instead of a death wish.
So go ahead and pour yourself something strong, maybe a margarita, get a little snack.
Because here on Mom's Favorite, we got a lot to unpack. Hello, and welcome back to Mom's Favorite, the podcast that's alive and well, unlike today's topic.
Yep, we're talking funerals. Because nothing says bonding like planning who gets what when you're gone.
So, yeah, this week, Mom and I went to a funeral. That's always a fun time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, you know, it's hard when it's someone that you're especially kind of close to.
Yeah, so this was a funeral for my grandmother, my dad's mom, Frances, or Nanny Fran, as I dubbed her when I was little.
Speaking of that, remember when you were younger and you'd call her Nanny Fran and people would say, oh, you have a nanny?
Yeah.
They were so...
And I was like, yeah, I have two. As in my two grandmothers that I call Nanny. Some other funny stories about my Nanny Fran, I feel like it needs to be talked about because this lady was a hoot and everybody who knew her loved her and she was just a total character. One thing that was so funny is that, so she was 85, so she wasn't a spring chicken, but she texted in all caps.
Yeah.
And so every time we would read her text, we had to like scream because that's what it looked like she was doing. She was yelling everything that she said.
Yeah. And she and she also like couldn't, like her spell check or whatever wasn't working or whatever the deal was, but every word was not right. And so you had to basically know her language of texting. And the thing is we started understanding it.
Yeah, we had to decipher it. And then after a while, we're like, oh yeah, she's saying this. It makes no sense. Oh my gosh, so funny. And she also would always say words wrong.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't say aluminum at all. She would be like aluminum.
Aluminum. Yeah.
And she would say lean cuisine instead of lean cuisine. And she would say Toyota instead of Toyota.
Yeah, she did. She said them all. She said them wrong, but even when you'd correct her, she'd still say the wrong way. And then we just all started saying it wrong too.
Yeah,
so now we all say those words.
Yeah, because they're funnier that way, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. Like when your kids say words wrong. Yeah, it was pretty special time to hear all the stories that Scott was sharing. And Scott is actually your uncle.
Yep.
Correct?
Yeah, my dad's brother's Uncle Scott.
And so Scott was sharing the stories about how his mom, when she would say words wrong and they'd make fun of her. And this was back when we were teenagers. So
yeah, because my mom's known Nanny Fran since she was in high school. So she grew up with her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I actually hung out about half my time over with his family, with your dad's family. Probably about 50% of my time was spent over there from maybe 16 to 18, just hanging out with the family and really got to know his mom, your grandmother, Nanny Fran, extremely well. She was really like a mother to me too, especially after losing my mom. Her and I talked some and she said, you know, I'm going to be like, I'm still your mother, even though your mom's not here. I'm still your mom. And she always did feel like a mom to me.
Yeah. And she always said my mom was her favorite daughter-in-law.
Oh, that goes over really well like a fart in church when he's got two wives after me, that when, she's still loving on me. But it's hard to break that history.
Yeah,
It
you
really
were like
is.
the first. So
And
kinda hard to beat.
and not only that, we were so young you don't take away those memories don't just go away of being with that family and being kind of part of that family. And I think your dad felt that way about my family as well too.
Yeah.
Although they didn't stay connected like I did with his mom, but
Yeah.
she was just a hard person to detach from.
Yeah, really. She was just like
she was full of love.
yeah, like a friend to everyone, and she would give the shirt off her back to anybody, even if it was the last shirt she owned. And she was just a really special lady. I was gonna mention one of the stories that I had never heard before and I thought was hilarious that my dad told during the funeral was the story of when he came home from basic training and was cooking in his kitchen, and she was there. He was making spaghetti, and there was a little bit of like red wine in a glass, so he took it and poured it into the sauce and was stirring it up. And she like proclaimed to the entire house and said, "Nobody's driving."
Yep.
I died. That's just so hilarious.
Yep. That sounds about like her. She was kind of a little teetotaler, but every once in a while she would have like a wine and 7-Up, and like she would just be, putting the lampshades on her head and having a big old party from having a wine spritzer.
Oh my gosh. That's funny because everybody also knew that she took Ambien to go to sleep at night, and she would always do just the craziest things at night, and we would all be like, oh, she must have taken her Ambien. She'd be like walking around, falling, like saying all kinds of stuff, texting even more crazy than her usual texts. It's just so funny.
Yeah, she was pretty funny.
Yeah, we were kind of nervous about going to this funeral because we were kind of anticipating some drama.
Yeah. Yeah, we really were. I mean, think about it. I'm the ex-wife, and I'm coming into this situation with a lot of mixed family members. And most of these people I haven't even seen, Cass, for 30 years or more. I mean, Uncle Larry,
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I saw him.
I was probably like 9 when I saw him last.
Yeah.
Too.
So it's been a minute since I've seen a lot of these people. And it was actually kind of nice to be able to see them and
Reconnect.
catch up a little bit and kind of just, I don't know, give them a hug.
Yeah. Well, and also like, so my dad has 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, and they really don't get along. So yeah, they really did not get along. They rarely spoke, if at all. Very, they basically hate each other.
Well,
Without
yes,
saying.
I think that's probably a good assessment, Cass. Honestly, unfortunately, family trauma runs deep with them, and it's really sad. But they don't get along.
Yeah,
they
and I
don't get
think
along.
They just had a lot of like unresolved trauma, like you said, and a lot of things that have just kind of been built up. And I feel like a lot of adults, yours and my dad's age, especially men, don't talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and I think that they just really are completely different types of people. And so there's no tolerance either way. Mm-hmm. And that's not good. I mean, they don't really see each other's point of view in life. And everybody walks a different life and has a different story. And I think it's kind of important to accept them and love them where they are. And some people just can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, we were nervous, to say the least, to what we were kind of walking into.
Yeah.
And we also have other family members, like your siblings, your other siblings.
Yeah, I got to see them, which I was glad, because we weren't really sure who all would be able to make it. And I wish that we were closer for sure. And I try to take the time to like reach out to them. I mean, after this funeral, I was like, I need to reach out to them and be like, I'm sorry I've been such a shitty sister. We live close enough together that we should be able to get together every once in a while. So, but I think the funeral went a lot better than I was anticipating.
Oh, it did. It did. And on that note of what you said with Jonah and Jazz, I agree with that. I think that it would be really good. And just because you haven't been close doesn't mean you can't be close. I mean, you guys still have a whole life to live, and y'all are going to be, you have children, and they're going to be having children, and you want your children to know their cousins and grow up with them in as much way possible. And I think it would be really important for you as the big sister to reach out and reach out and touch someone. Reach out and touch someone. Give someone a call. Anyway, I think you should do that. I really have always thought you should do that. I've always pushed you to have that relationship with them. And I know it's been hard because everybody's living their own lives.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part, is like the follow-up. Everybody's busy. So like trying to just get everybody together, and I kind of run out of like energy.
Yeah.
Making sure that, the plans happen. But yeah, I need to be better about that.
Well, I mean, given the last couple of years of your life, you've been a little bit busy, so that's pretty understandable. But I think, and also just letting them know that door is always open to them. I think that's really important.
But I think it was really cool to see, like a bit of a resolution between those family members that kind of don't really get along so well. And I feel like it was a good, it sucks that it had to come to that to get everybody together, but I think it did.
Well, I agree with, there was maybe some resolution with some people, but I feel like, and I mean, I might be wrong on this, and I'm going to speak what I really think is, I really think this is it. I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of relationship there. I don't see, because Fran tried so hard to get everybody together, and there just wasn't really a whole lot of cooperation on that part. And I don't see going forward that really happening. I hope I'm wrong, and I don't want to like speak someone's truth upon them. But from what I saw in that funeral, I did not see any love at all between them. I'm just really going to paint it out there. It's just really not there. And it's sad. It's your family. And I do think that, there's a couple of them that may be able to establish.
Yeah.
The sister-in-laws, I think I'll get along. Great. I get along really great with my sister-in-law, both of my ex-sister-in-laws. But it's just a lot of people don't get along in the family, and it makes it really hard to get together.
Yeah, it's hard because like I just want everybody to get along. Like, can't everybody just drop their shit?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? One of the things that you're going to find with me is I tend to sing songs when they come up in conversation, and I'll just break out into a tune.
I think that's ADHD. I think I heard about that.
I thought it was Nanny. I was thinking, because Nanny used to do that too, and I thought I got it from her. Nanny meaning my mom. Nanny.
The other nanny.
The other nanny.
We'll talk about her in future episodes for sure.
There's plenty. There's plenty to dish on that little toot for sure.
Yeah. So in this funeral, it was kind of like a 2-day event. So they had a viewing the first day, and then the second day was like a burial ceremony. But the viewing, so my two boys, I was kind of anxious that they would be kind of freaked out by the viewing. So I was kind of planning on not like letting them go in there and kind of see that. Gannon was not interested in seeing it at all, which I anticipated for sure, because he's a little bit of a nervous Nelly, I guess. But Shepherd,
he gets freaked out easier too.
Shepherd was like all gung ho. He's like, I want to see. And so we tried to talk about, and I talked about this with both of them, just kind of like the science behind like what happens to someone's body after they die and like at the funeral home. And it's funny because they played this video game called Mortuary Assistant. And so I like used this game to like explain how they like fill the person's body with formaldehyde, like wire their jaw shut. I'm like, just like your video game. But it was true. So I was like, it kind of gives them some context, I guess. But it was funny because I brought Shep in there with me, and he was in there for like 2 seconds, and he was like, all right, we can go.
Oh, I bet it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
he was
tough
like,
for an
that's
adult.
Creepy.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings about that because I don't think it really should hide things from your kids, and I think they're old enough to make that decision, and they did, and that's good.
Yeah. One funny thing about the funeral too is my cousin Courtney, who I'm super close with, and we grew up together pretty much. She's like 2 years younger than me, 2 or 3. I can't remember. Sorry, Courtney. I'm old. Can't remember that stuff anymore. But her and I and Nanny Fran and my mom sometimes would play bingo a lot. And so Nanny was like a huge bingo gal. And so Courtney put a bingo dauber and some pull tabs and a lottery ticket in the casket with Nanny Fran before.
So now you're saying to me there may be this winning lottery ticket buried at Fort Sam Houston Cemetery. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Yeah. It's so fitting too.
I know it. So funny.
I love it. Oh, bless Courtney. Well, that brings us to Courtney, honestly. Yes. Courtney outdid herself for that funeral cast. I'm not kidding you.
She's so done.
I am so freaking proud of that girl. She is... When they said, I am woman, hear me roar. Anyway, Courtney, they had Courtney. Yeah. Courtney was there. And I mean, seriously, Courtney stepped up in a time when a lot of people just couldn't, when you go, there's a lot of things involved with it. And, I really am so proud of that girl. I'm so proud of Courtney and so grateful for David for holding down the fort. David is Courtney's husband back in Boise, holding down the fort with the girls and allowing her to come and help her mom grieve losing her mother. And it's just that part of seeing the family come together was very lovely. I mean, I watched Courtney put her arm around Fawn and just was loving on her and then loving on your dad. And I mean, that girl's just got she's got a lot of love in her, and
she does
caring. That's really quite it's very sweet to witness and be a part of.
Yeah. She's very much like a girl who just gets it done. When stuff needs to get done, she'll pick everything up and just do it. And a little bit of backstory. Essentially, Courtney kind of helped lead and organize all of the arrangements for this funeral, knowing that one of my nanny friends' wishes was to be buried instead of cremated. And there was a lot of kind of pushback on that, just because obviously cremation is cheaper and they didn't have much of a budget to work with, but Courtney really did what she needed to do to make sure that happened. And I think it was a really lovely funeral.
Yeah. Oh, it was exactly what Fran wanted. That's what she wanted. She wanted a procession. She wanted a viewing.
All
She
her
wanted
family there.
all of her family. The main thing was all of her family there. And I think that happened. And yeah, and that just takes me into that subject of, what you want, you should get. And you should make your wishes known either in your will or telling your family members. In this case, her family members that were close to her knew how important it was to be buried and not be cremated. She did not want to be cremated. Well, some people of humble means, a funeral is extremely expensive, and it's not easy to pull that all together. And Courtney, you did it, and I'm just so proud of you for just really stepping up when everybody needed you. We love you. We love you,
We love
Courtney.
you, Courtney. Shout out.
We love you, Courtney.
And
And also too, Brooklyn and Blakely. That's her girls. We
Courtney's
got
babies.
to spend time with Courtney's baby girls, and we don't get to do that as much as I really wish we could. It was so nice to snuggle Brooklyn and Blakely, and they're just the sweetest, most just well-behaved, good girls. Courtney's doing a great job.
We don't have any girls around us, so it's fun to like mooch.
Yeah, it
off
is.
of her girls.
It's fun to do girl things like, so I got to take Brooklyn we went to, was it Windsor Park Mall? No, not Windsor Park. Ingram Mall. I get the malls in San Antonio mixed up. But we went to Ingram Mall and she's like, hey, Kimmy, let's go shopping, da-da-da. I'm like, okay. I love shopping, by the way. So
Don't have to ask me twice.
So we go shopping, and wow, I mean, this girl, she knows exactly what she wants, and that is
just like her mom.
It's a girl right after my heart. I love a girl who knows what she wants. So we were on the hunt for something called
La Boo Boo.
How do you say it?
La Boo Boo.
La Boo Boo. La Boo Boo. La Boo Boo. La Boo Boo.
If you know, you know.
Well, I did not know. I was not in any know of La Boo Boo. But I tell you, I got a quick lesson from Brooklyn. Brooklyn told me all about how it works. She had one, and it's a little monster, little stuffy. I don't know what you call them. Stuffy monster.
It's like a little keychain stuffy monster thing.
From China.
Yeah.
China. From China. They're from China. Okay. Okay. I have an issue with this, Cass. Is this not like a red flag that all of a sudden there's these little crazy looking dolls that all the kids want, and they're the latest craze, and everybody has to have them, and they're all hanging all over their stuff, their wrists, their backpacks and whatever, and for what? I mean, why? And China sent them over here, and our kids have them. I mean, it's like weird to me.
I think it's like the newest, like, because now there's like the Korean craze, and everybody's into like K-pop and all the like little Korean toys or Japanese toys, both of those. And so I know they're kind of like Beanie Babies. But
you want to know something else funny? You want to know something else hilarious too?
Always.
Okay. So Brooklyn takes me to Brooklyn, let me tell you, she's 9. Okay. Takes me to the store where these Labubus are, and she's talking to the lady. It's like, do you have the Labubus and da 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 da? And the lady tells her, Brooklyn asks her, are these real Labubus? And the lady goes, no, these are fakes. And I'm like,
Lafufus.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Lafufus.
Okay. Well, who knew that there are knockoff little China monster dolls? Okay, who knew? But there are knockoff ones. We wound up going ahead and buying these knockoff ones, and then I, of course, then had to be on the hunt for a real one, and I actually did go out and find a real one because I'm like, okay,
I was impressed.
I gotta see this. This is impressive. I mean, I've heard of fake Louis, but I've not heard of fake Labubus.
Louis Boo-Boos.
Labubus. Labutus.
Yes. Shep was very excited that he got a Labubu.
A real Labubu.
I know. I was impressed that you found one.
I know.
You're
Well,
like,
I had
know.
to do something because we had a conversation the day before about being the favorite grandparent. Because I was like, who do you like more, me or Chief? Chief is grandpa that's your dad.
Yeah, my dad,
your dad.
Jerry. Mm-hmm.
Chief, because he's a fire chief. But I'm like, who do you like more, me or Chief? And that little traitor said Chief. So it was
He's a fair weather grandchild.
I know. We definitely, just before we start getting nasty notes, I did tell him that he doesn't have to have a favorite, that he can love us all, but he did tell me that he does now love me the most, just for the record. I'm the favorite grandparent.
For now, for today.
I'm Shep's favorite.
Yeah. That's his podcast. He's very eager to come on our podcast, so get ready for that.
which is a 180 from where he was. I mean, we've been begging him to go on adjacent for how long, and he's like,
He was scared. He gets a little shy, even though he doesn't act it. And I think after he heard Cannon's episode, he was like, "I'm gonna do one."
So what else? What else was going on at the funeral besides the obvious tension in the room of like, okay, here's my ex-husband, and here's my ex-husband's all his family and his children from another marriage, and if that all doesn't make it already uncomfortable enough, how did you feel about that? I mean, how did it feel to be in that situation where, there was a lot of drama going on? There was a lot of, luckily they kept it classy and it didn't get like fisticuffs or, the police weren't called or anything, but there was a lot of drama going on, and there was a lot of things that were being said back and forth that were just being said, that were thrown out there, that were ugly, and that were kind of not, I don't know, things from the past even thrown out. And I know it has to kind of hurt you, maybe, mm-hmm. I don't know, or mm-hmm. maybe you're just kind of like, hey, that's their deal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a little bit of both, because you know how I am. I'm very much like Switzerland. I'm like, can't we all just get along? But yeah, also it is a very strange place to be like in the middle, like, because I love both of you, of course. And so I'm like trying to stick up for everybody at the same time. So,
I know.
But yeah, but I think it turned out okay. Once everybody talked and like,
yeah, I think the initial, the beginning of it was real creepy, weird. And then once kind of we had this, your dad and I kind of finally had kind of a like, okay, we need to break the ice here. And then, I think after that it was fine. And I just wanted, I don't know, I guess because I'm walking in sort of where half the population, I felt like I was sort of Scarlet Letter, like, why is she here? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just my own insecurities. They say when you...
I don't think it was like that.
But maybe it wasn't like that.
I'm clueless
maybe
sometimes, so...
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Just like you hear little tidbits of stuff and then you start building up sort of these big scenarios in your own mind. But I think you're right. I think it really went as good as it could have gone, which is, I'm happy for Courtney too, because it's like, and fun. And it's like, you don't want a big brawl and a big, and just for the record, in case, we were prepared to have some backup copies of things, going on there. We were prepared to provide some footage, some juice. But luckily everybody kept it pretty clean.
They did. Yeah. And I just kept getting all these comments about the boys. Everybody was like, are they twins? But they're 3.5 years apart. They like look exactly the same.
They do.
I don't think so, but obviously.
I'm even starting to kind of get them confused, especially if I see them in photos. I'm like, Okay,
Yeah, you
wait
gotta
up, hold up.
take a second look.
Or like if they're in the pool, I can't tell sometimes which one it is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'll be like going, and boy, they get not happy if you start talking to them, you know.
Calling them
If
the
I start
wrong
calling
name.
Ken and Shep or vice versa, they're like, I'm not that.
Yes.
But
yes.
and so the other thing noteworthy is Jonah and Jazz, your sister and your brother,
Mm-hmm.
is how just freaking gorgeous they are,
Yeah,
and
they
how
are beautiful people.
freaking like they look like they just walked off of. And I mean, you do too. Obviously, we all know
you're not
that.
so bad yourself.
We all know that, but when they're standing next to each other and they're just like,
I know.
they just look like they just walked off
Models.
of the magazine
runway.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because Jonah, my brother, he's very fit. You know, he's got big muscles, and Shepherd loves Jonah. And so the first thing he said when he saw him was like, "Do you have biceps?" And then he was like, "Can I see your abs?" It's like, not
my
at the
goodness.
funeral.
Not right now.
Not at a
son.
funeral, but they're hilarious.
Yeah, they're very, very, and they're not only beautiful, but they're also very accomplished. I mean, Jazz is a firefighter, and I mean, not very many women firefighter.
No.
And let me tell you, you would not know it. She looks like she just walked off of a magazine cover.
I know.
So.
She's a little thing, but yeah, she made it through that. I know that's like not the tryout, but the basically audition to be in the fire academy is like really grueling.
Oh, I'm telling you, it is hard to get in any fire department. A paid, I mean, you can go and be I'm sure a volunteer
yeah.
fire department anywhere, but to be a highly paid in a big city, it's very hard to do. And to go in and do it as a woman, I mean, she did have it in her genes. However, she worked for that. I mean, that's just it's an accomplishment that's, I mean, between you, your brother and your sister, y'all have done pretty well. I'm proud of y'all.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Jazz is badass.
Yeah, for sure.
And Jonah's badass. He does MMA fighting, and he's just crazy.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're very lucky. Just, you know, maybe try to be be in each other's lives a little bit, because gosh dang, this funeral, one thing, it does wake you up to the fact that life is short.
Yep.
We don't have
Tomorrow's not promised.
to anybody, and which is why I'm glad we get to do this podcast. Thanks, Shelly
No
and
regrets.
Jason and Shody Media for letting us do this little
Shout out.
fun thing.
One other cool thing that happened when we were in San Antonio for the funeral was that my mom met up with her BFF, Carrie, and I'll let her kind of tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I had the very good luck to be able to connect up because we are so busy. She is like a one-armed paper hanger in a windstorm. I'm telling you, she's so busy, and I'm busy. We're all busy. The whole world's busy. And so connecting up with people's hard. But I tell you, we reconnected and we just picked up right where we left off. She's actually a little more about Carrie. You'll hear more about her later. We're going to go into more detail. We're actually I didn't even really tell you, but I should talk to her about coming on.
Yeah, I figured.
Which is going to be a real treat, because Carrie's doesn't, you know, she doesn't go out there and really, really talk out there quite a bit. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
And she's a hoot and a half.
Oh
so.
my gosh. She's like a comedy act. Just rolling through life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how she comes up with this stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
She's so quick-witted.
Yeah. I can't wait to share some of those things too. And I mean, we're going to go back. We're going to go way back. We're going back to the 90s and start dishing the tea on the early days of Carrie and Kimmy. And I want you to picture this in your mind, Cass. I don't even know if you're aware of something called Rocky Mountain jeans. But I want you to think about ladies' night at Dallas nightclub, Rocky Mountain jeans, stretched and starched so much that they can stand in a corner by themselves. and dancing until our feet are bloody. And you just get home. You come home and you literally just pour the blood out of your boots. I'm not kidding you. It was the best of times.
Sounds like a great time.
Well, I don't want to give away too much information because I want to wait till she's on here, and I want to go and tell her the story about how we met and how big and how much of an important part of your life she was too. So anyway, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just like to get maybe in between talking about funny things like funerals. I really want to talk about some moms and daughters and kind of their different journeys and get some different stories. I love hearing about it. It's so interesting.
It is very interesting.
Well, that's about enough family therapy for today.
Oh, thank God. Well, if you laughed, rolled your eyes, or questioned your entire childhood, you're welcome.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and tell your friends, especially the messy ones.
We'll be back next episode with more stories, more shade, and more reasons why I'm Mom's favorite.
Well, that's debatable.
Well, until next time.
If life gets wild, just remember your mom probably warned you. Hey, Cass.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at some of these other podcasts because now that we're doing a podcast, I was thinking, I'm going to check out some of these other ones. We need a name for our listeners.
Yeah. Funny you say that because I've also been thinking about this. And here's what I got. Since our podcast is called Mom's Favorite, we can call our listeners MFers.
What? Are you kidding? MFers?
Hey, MFers.
Hey, MFers. Welcome. Oh my God. That is so fitting. I think
find
you're
it
onto
hilarious.
something. I think you're right. What do y'all think? Y'all think we should be the MFers?
Yeah. Y'all are the MFers, we decided.
We decided. We just voted and we're the mom's favorite, the MFers.
I'm dead.